Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
Hi.
We are live, baby. Look at that. It's even formatted right. I don't have to make any changes here. So, did you guys figure out? So, Tina said she wants to go first with her
I'll
intro.
go last.
Nico is going last.
Oh, crap. Okay. I guess I should look at the script.
Boy. You guys pray on this show because... Hang on. We'll do it in the show, but yeah, we are both...
pretty good.
Wait, does Zach have a story? I didn't see that.
No, he doesn't because I don't trust him.
What?
I don't trust you. You haven't even looked at the script.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong.
Fuck, he says.
All right. So, Zach, you're going in the middle. So,
I have the Smurfs.
Who's doing what?
Tina's doing Smurfs.
Smurfs.
I'll do pray.
Pray.
He's in. Yeah, so you're going in the middle.
Wait, we already talked about Nico's thing in the.
Not really.
Okay.
It's
Not
not
really.
about She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a script in the article. It was a pasting error, sir. It was a pasting error. Let's go. We have dead air. What are we doing here?
Crap.
Okay. Oh my God, you suck. This is why I didn't give you a story this week.
I'm really trying to think of a thing to say.
Go with the Star Wars story.
Okay, I got it.
You got it? All right, here we go. On this episode of the Culture Smash Cast.
Sorry, Smurfs, you gotta learn. You gotta go fast.
More She-Hulk CGI controversy.
And Prey becomes the Predator at taking over Hulu's top numbers.
I'm going to get this. It's the Culture Smash Cast, episode 604 for August the 10th, 2022. I'm Stephen Lackey, editor, CultureSmash.tv.
What the hell did I do?
We just said that the She-Hulk story was from last week.
I just said that.
No, we just said it. Nico said it too.
He was like, "No, there's something else." I was like,
oh,
okay.
No, I said it to you that it's a screw up in the pasting of the article.
Yeah,
I pasted it wrong.
there's something else. There's something else is not a She-Hulk related story. Do we want to redo that?
Why don't I even hang out with y'all?
All right. We're live, and it's okay. People get this. This is what you get for being live. We're going to redo it, okay? We're going to redo this so I don't have to do it.
At this point.
Yeah, I don't have to do 100 cuts. All right.
Okay. It was.
It's a Star Wars.
It's Max Headroom. No, it's
that's Max Headroom.
Max Headroom. Okay.
It's a Max Headroom story.
Sorry, I looked at the literal first sentence and went, okay.
Yeah, that hits my text in the group chat saying this is a terrible lead story.
Exactly. We have discussed
This
this.
is a group chat?
All right, forget it. We're gonna go. We're gonna go. Here we go.
Take
two, baby. Take two. See, this is the shit you don't get if you listen to the audio version of the show. Here we go. It's the Culture Smash. See? Nah,
that was not my fault.
Yeah, not because I'm not used to doing this twice. At least I wrote down the date. I'm fucked up. All right, here we go. On this episode of the Culture Smash Cast. Shadow enters the show. Shadow enters the show.
Shadow, you do not have a story in the night show.
Hey, Norin Rad, what's up, dude? Silver Bullet, what's up? What's up, Silver Bullet? What's up, Norin, you guys? So I'm sharing over my normal Wednesday podcast here on my Off the Shelf Movie Night channel, too. So we're going to have some folks that talk physical media with me in here. You guys, this is all pop culture, all movie talk. So jump in here. Haven't heard about Max Headroom, but we're about to tell you if we can get the intro to this fucking show correctly. So here we go.
I'm sorry, that was beautifully timed.
It was like part of me probably wants to use it for the audio version. I'm not gonna lie. We'll see. All right, you guys ready? Let's do this. On this episode of the Culture Smash Cast.
Sorry, Smurfs, you gotta learn to go fast.
Star Wars and/or another.
And Prey shows the Predator who's boss over at Hulu.
It's a Culture Smash cast, episode 604 for August the 10th, 2022. I'm Stephen Lackey, editor of CultureSmash.tv. Nico?
Nicholas Qualls, contributor to CultureSmash.tv.
Tina?
Tina Qualls, contributor to CultureSmash.tv.
And Zach.
Zach, I'm tired.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all I got.
I'm tired too, Zach, of your bullshit.
I mean, that's fair.
All right.
By the way,
Okay, so pray for this show. Not just pray, but pray for this show because Zach and I are having cocktails again this week, and I'm hoping Zach doesn't guzzle it this time
No, I'm sipping.
and get hammered on the
last
show.
time.
Yeah.
Fun fact about some people in our audience. By the way, join us in our audience. if you're
Yes.
listening
Join
at
us in
home.
the chat.
If you remember on your live stream you did the other night,
Yeah.
there was somebody saying that Disney Plus video quality was.
Yeah, wasn't that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I knew that username.
You didn't even say anything. You were just like,
Because I had bullet points I was trying to get to.
Space Mountaineer.
Yeah, I knew that. All right, so Prey was fabulous. It ranks third in my ranking of the Predator franchise. All right, Norton, we're going to get to that in just a second. We're going to talk about Prey just a little bit. But before we get into that, join us every Wednesday night live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, starting at around 7. Tonight it was more like 7:20. Follow us on your favorite platform. Any of those works. All of them are good too. Normally we are on the Culture Smash channel, which we are tonight, but we're also simulcasting on my Off the Shelf Movie Night channel, just because I wanted to share this show out with the cool people that I've been chatting with over there too. Okay, so let's see. Everyone's saying that they enjoyed Prey already in the chat. Hey Ken, what's up, dude? All right, so what have you guys been into? Did you guys watch or look at anything this weekend that would be interesting?
I did.
Not you.
Oh.
I know what you did.
Most of this weekend, we pretty much spent working on a D&D game for some family. Some of my cousins and aunts and uncles asked me to host something, so I put together a game for them. That was the bulk of Saturday was doing all of that. So that was a good time.
And then Sunday, I was just feeling so just gross and out of it that I just continue my rewatch of Stranger Things. So
we've gotten Tina and when I walked through the room at the time, then also catch up. We're back into season 4 now.
Yep.
So I told Zach to watch Prey, and he did something else instead.
Well,
You wasted your time.
it was 10-something o'clock, and you got work the next day. And
Go
you
ahead.
just kind of want to. You don't want to. We didn't want to work ourselves up. We wanted to watch something
God help me.
a little chill.
Well,
So we
did you
decided to
watch the
hurt
visual?
ourselves, and we watched Lightyear.
Sorry.
And you wasted your time, and then you didn't finish it in one sitting.
No, we finished it in 3.
Because why?
Well, the first one we got about halfway, and then the second one we watched in our 10 minutes because we were eating. Dinner.
Also, it's not that good.
And then the third one we were like, well, we know it's dead. We might as well just finish it at this point. So animation on Lightyear, by the way, animation
Beautiful.
10 out of 10, amazing. The IMAX sequences, fantastic. Everything else in that movie sucks.
I told you. It's
not even close. It just sucks. The writing is bad. The score is bland. I fucking hate Buzz Lightyear. How do you do that? I hate him.
yeah, I told you that.
Wait. There was one good character.
It was
The
a
cat.
Yeah, Socks.
Yeah.
The
I
cat.
was about to say, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's a cat.
Because he was actually helpful.
And also he's a cat, and that automatically gives him points.
There's a scene where they're in zero gravity and then it gets turned on and he lands on his feet. They don't point it out. It just happens in the scene. And I just had the biggest smile on my face.
So, speaking of watching things that are current, I watched, or am currently watching, I'm 3/4 of the way through. Actually watched something on Netflix, the Sandman.
Okay. How is that? And 2, I've heard there's like weird aspect ratio.
There is some weird, and I don't know if it's because of CGI or what, but yeah, it's a little like I'm not the rivet counter for that you are, but I could see that it was different and it wasn't.
It was like not de-squeezed or
Something like that. Yeah, it felt a little weird. And I don't know if it's done specifically just for this like surreal vibe they're going for, but
that's all I know about it.
I will say, if you are a fan of the comics, surprisingly, there is a lot to really like about it. I generally have enjoyed it. Again, with the shitty CGI, there's some bad CGI, but then there's some okay CGI too. There's some pretty good stuff. It's a mixed bag, but I'm 3/4 of the way through, and so far it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. Now, if you don't like the source material, don't bother, because it's got that sort of wordy elitism that's kind of built into Neil Gaiman's stuff. It's very Britishy, but I liked it. I like it so far. I'm with it. There's been a little bit of filler around episode 6 that, well, let me say this. I thought it was filler, and it felt like filler to the last 5 minutes of the episode. Then I was like, oh, shit, all right, that's pretty good. So yeah, I say watch it. I'm actually very impressed so far with it.
So you'd say it had a payoff.
It paid off. So far, so good. I haven't finished it yet, though. I haven't finished it.
Yeah, that's on my
all right.
On my list next after Stranger Things.
You know what's
Silver
on
Bullet
my
says
list?
Sandman is okay so far. Also, Silver Bullet says that Lightyear was disappointing. Yes, you are correct, sir. You are correct.
Yep.
So, moving on. Let's see. Real quick, special thanks to Skinny Mixes for supporting the CultureSmash cast. Skinny Mixes are coffee and dessert syrups that are 0 sugar, 0 calorie, and 0 to 2 carbs. Head on over to skinnymixes.com and try some of their syrups, such as white chocolate, salted dark chocolate, salted caramel, and their variety of cocktail mixes, which would have been delicious with the drink we're having tonight, actually. My favorite for them is the margarita mix. Use promo code CultureSmash to get a 15% discount, spend $50 and get free shipping. That's the way I do it. Let's jump into the box office, right? Number 10 was The Black Phone. It made $1.5 million. It's made 85, almost 86 million so far. It's funny that it made any money since it's streaming now. Number 9 is Elvis. It made 3.9 million. It's made 136 million so far. Number 8 is Easter Sunday. It made 5.4 million opening weekend.
Why would you not release that on Easter?
Wasn't it originally supposed to be?
Yeah, why would you not hold on it?
Every single time we bring up the movie, it's like, why did you not release it on Easter? And I guess we're good. We're at least until it's out of the box office, we're gonna keep bringing it up.
Exactly. All right, number 7 is Where the Crawdads Sing. Biggest waste of shit. 5.6 million is 64.6 so far. People stop going to this piece of shit. Number 6 is Top Gun Maverick. It made 7 million. It's made 662 million so far. Re-releasing in IMAX.
Some people might be going to that hopefully this week.
Yeah.
Because,
oh, is it this week? It's going to be in IMAX.
Well, it's one show a day, but hey, that show a day is not at 10:30 p.m. So some people can finally see it in the IMAX.
I don't know where it's going to fall in my best of the year, but as far as theatrical like cinema experiences, it's hard to beat, man. It's hard to beat. Number 5 is Minions: The Rise of Gru. It made $7 million. It's made 334.5 so far in total. Number 4 is Thor: Love and Thunder. It made 7.7 million. It's made 316 so far. People stop going to see this movie unless you like anthropomorphized hammers. Number 3 is Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, Nope to that. 8.5 million. A lot of people like it though.
I'm happy for them. And in 5 years, we'll be able to come to the table and they'll go, hey,
it wasn't as good as we made out.
And
yeah.
And I'll be sitting there
like, yep,
told my hands like this going, yeah. So
I'm right about that. Number 2 is DC's League of Super Pets. It made $11 million. It made right at 45 million so far. I saw it because I'm pushing 100.
Oh, shit.
So
you had to see that?
I did. I saw it. And you know what? It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Now, the animation.
What's happening here? If
do you
all
think
you viewers at home,
you think my standards are falling? Is that what you think? Because I'm having to see everything.
He has to see so much shit. His standards are falling due to mediocrity.
Everything is better than Where the Crawdads Sing.
Look, I went through this too. Okay, it's okay. That's where you're at.
I don't know. I think there is a reasonable argument to. I think Steven's good at this, recognizing what this material is, what it's trying to do, and who it's for. And while it's not necessarily for us uber geeks who really love comic book movies and stuff, as I'm wearing a Captain America shirt right now.
But I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt.
And you can recognize that, oh yeah, this is a fun, serviceable comic booky kids movie.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing. This was what I put on Letterboxd. Just catching up in the chat room. Someone else, Silver Bullet, saw Crawdads and said, yes, it sucks. And Nora and Rad said that, yes, Top Gun is awesome, better than the first one. And I'm inclined to agree with him on that. So the thing that the movie does is, I can tell you from being in a crowd, in a theater, kids loved it. The kids loved it. The funny thing is even little kids are appreciating in-jokes, because there's an in-joke in there about Paw Patrol, and the kids just lost their shit. They lost their shit laughing at it. So the kids loved it, and there's a lot of stuff, a lot of winks that only parents are going to get. And I'm like, okay, well, you were serviceable. You did what you're supposed to do. You made a good movie for kids, and the parents aren't bored. There were things in there. There were things I appreciated. It's not something I'm not going to put it on my shelf, but I figured I was going to be pissed. But I wasn't. I've seen Blacklight and Where the Crawdads Sing, so it doesn't.
I don't know, Steven. That sounds like a glowing review. I think this is going to be your number one of the year.
I mean,
it might be. It might be. You know what? Number one for this week at box office was Bullet Train. It made $30 million opening weekend. I saw that too.
And was it as good as our friend of the show,
Tyler?
Tyler made it out.
He's a good friend. You can't remember his name, right?
Look, I'm tired.
Okay,
Tell me that you like DC Super Pets more than Bullet Train.
Yeah, I kind of did. I kind of did. Yeah. Okay, so the fight scenes, because this director, he comes from choreography. The fight scenes are a ton of fun. And I like the characters, but it's this spastic, hey, I want to be Guy Ritchie, but my capabilities aren't there, even though most of Guy Ritchie stuff is not good either. It's just all over the place, and then it's got a bunch of really distracting bad CGI in the last act.
So it's exactly what the trailer was.
Portrayed it to be.
And which was a very unnerving feeling.
Ultimately, coming out of it, I was like, well, that was absolutely a thing that happened.
That was a movie.
I wasn't, it wasn't awful, but it wasn't great either. It's utterly fine for an hour and a half and completely forgettable. I won't be thinking about this movie again. And that's sad, because Brad Pitt's pretty good in it. This movie rests on action scenes and cameos. There's a lot of cameos in this movie that are not advertised. But yeah, I think it's $30 million opening, kind of makes sense for it. But hey, if you want to see something this weekend, Fall is opening. It's at 56% of Rotten Tomatoes right now. And, if you're taking your grandma to the movies, Mac and Rita is opening, and no one has freaking seen it. So there are no reviews for it yet.
Can we talk just a half second about the film we saw?
But you just want to talk about the horrible editing that's in the trailer, and I agree. It's terrible.
No, the movie we saw.
The movie we saw?
We saw a movie.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was called Stage Fright. We went to a Moon Knight movie screening of that.
A Moon Knight movie?
I'm having to talk and hear myself in a huge delay, and it's very distracting. That's really not. No. It was an Italian horror film.
It was good.
That was something else.
It's really bad, but it's really good.
It was very enjoyable. So if you're at home and you don't know what to watch, take a chance with a film called Stage Fright.
All right, so
there you go.
Anyway, can we talk about Film Ball real quick?
Oh, let's do that.
Let me just give a heads.
Want to, Steven, because
I really don't want to. It's just in the script, so I feel like I have to. So for you guys listening, in case you want to play with us on the next round, I'll tell you what Film Ball is. This is the way Film Ball works. We take 4-month block of films coming out in the theater, domestic only. We each get 100 virtual bucks, and we take that money and bid against each other on the movies we think are going to make the highest box office return in the first 4 weeks. And then we just shit talk each other until the next block starts, which I'm ready for it to get here because
No, I think we should continue this one.
fuck this block.
Wait,
fuck this block.
I gotta take that trophy and move it.
Move it to the new house because you're going to continue to
It's
have
gonna
it. 'cause
break.
Kiss my ass.
It's gonna
Yeah.
break.
I'll
in the
kill you if
move.
it breaks. All right,
Oh
so
my God.
all right, so-
Zach, we're coming in for you.
Tina, do you have an update on where we are film ball wise?
I do. So, in 5th place with $104.8 million is our very own Steven.
Oh God.
In 4th place is Nathan with $379.4 million. I got knocked down a peg. I'm in 3rd place with $515.5 million. Nico Surgis to number 2 with $548.3 million. And fuck Zach in number 1st place, $842.1 million. But sorry, our dog just made a
We have to do anything
Our
to make
dog
sure Zach
just
doesn't win
groaned.
again.
I don't know. I get to savor this one. It's nice.
So anyway, if anybody in the audience would like to play with us, you stay in contact with me because the next block is going to be at the end of this month, actually. And you know, we'll for listeners that play, we'll give away some digital codes or something to go along with the game. I got plenty. All right, so let's get into the actual stories.
All right. Well, just days after its premiere on Hulu, Prey, the Predator sequel, is its #1 premiere, including all film and TV series of debuts. The Predator prequel, prequel's technically right because it takes place hundreds of years ago.
It
And it's
does.
also the most watched film premiere on Star Plus in Latin America and Disney Plus in all other territories, based on the hours watched in the first 3 days of its release. So while speaking with the Hollywood Reporter, Prey director Dan Trachtenberg spoke a bit about how far he's looking ahead into future franchises. If you've seen the ending of the movie, it definitely tees up the subsequent sequels that are probably going to be coming up. He also talks about how nice it was working with Native American artists on this piece to make sure it's authentic. Quick synopsis of the movie. Set in Comanche Nation 300 years ago, Prey is the story of a young woman, Naru, played by Amber Midthunder, a fierce and highly skilled warrior. She's been raised in the shadow of some of the most legendary hunters and to roam the Great Plains. So when danger threatens her camp, she sets out to protect her people. That danger is a predator from the Predator franchise.
Zach, there's a message for you in the chat. I'll let you read it.
Salute to my health.
Okay, so I'm super annoyed that I'm the only person who's watched this movie. But
yeah,
because-
we weren't watching anything active on Hulu, so we didn't have our Hulu account active at the time, and I need to reactivate it.
Yeah.
It does. Every review I've heard sounds really good about it, so hopefully by next week we'll be able to have a more proper conversation about it.
So what I'll just say without getting too, I thought we would talk more because I knew Zach hadn't watched it, but I wasn't sure about you guys. But I will just say my spoiler-free take on Prey is, it's a very tight script in the same way that the original Predator was tight. Like you get to know everybody, you get your emotional investment in it with them, and then the journey begins. And I couldn't be more happy. I love this actress. I've never seen her before. The only thing I will say is very often the CGI sucks balls.
I've heard the animals were real
The
bad.
animals were real bad. They're not just, it's not just me being nitpicky. There's a sequence with one animal in particular that's like, holy shit, it went cartoon mode all of a sudden. But it like rises above that with just sort of the fun of the main character. She's so cool to watch. And don't question the physics of axes. I'm just saying,
It's a Predator
physics.
movie. Don't question the physics,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah, don't.
The
Yeah.
CGI thing highlights like a conversation we hit on last week about like talking about She-Hulk CGI. Like it's on Hulu. It is a Disney property, and
Yeah.
it shows that there is this delineation between streaming or essentially home video release products and theatrical products in terms of what dedication they're getting to from their CGI teams. And this movie, from everything you can tell, probably could have been a theatrical release for any reason.
I'm pretty sure this movie was supposed to be a theatrical release.
Yeah, it was.
A lot of the issues that happened, and I think the main reason that it's where it is right now is the merger that happened. Because initially 20th Century Fox had other deals for streaming. And those deals are, I think, technically still in place. So what potentially could have happened is this movie did its theatrical run and ended up on HBO Max. And obviously Disney had good reason to not want that to happen. So it just seemed like a better move for them to drop it over on Hulu. But man, I think this movie would have done pretty well in the theater. It would have had a reasonable opening weekend, and then the word of mouth would have just kept it around.
And I think that would fit the theory we have about like the lesser CGI for streaming content, because the merger probably happened long ago enough that it was early in post-production, if not during production of this movie.
Yeah.
So that when they got to the point where they were making the CGI, they could like, put the D team on this one and not do as great work on the animals.
Well, speaking of shit going to streaming,
real quick though, Raised on Fiction says, "I'm glad Prey is getting watched. The franchise needed some love," and it's true. This is the second best Predator movie. I say that with 100% confidence, and having a weird nostalgic love for Predator 2 because Danny Glover. But yeah, it's the second best, and I don't feel good about sequels though. I kind of don't want that, but okay, we'll see.
Well, speaking of something that's not second best,
yep.
Why the fuck is this not have HDR in Hulu?
Well, because Hulu sucks for that. Hulu has been one of the weakest for 4K and HDR. I mean, we still have Handmaid's Tale. Like the last season of Handmaid's Tale, I think was still 720p.
Why?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
If you have a VPN, you can watch Prey with Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos on fucking Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, but not in America.
I don't know.
That's weird.
This Hulu is not.
By the way, this isn't going to get a physical release, probably.
I doubt that. I disagree with that. I think it will get a physical release.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it will. Yeah. Yeah.
I bet there's definitely going to be a Predators box, a new like comprehensive box set.
Which is going to suck because I have a very nice box set already, and I'm going to have to upgrade it to get this movie. I'll do it though. I'll do it. It'll be fine. All right, moving on.
All right. The latest comeback of the Smurfs is going to be a little longer in coming, thanks to another blue animated character stealing the planned release date of their next as yet untitled musical movie. That's right. Paramount Studios announced yesterday that Sonic the Hedgehog 3 will spin into theaters on December 20th, 2024, which is set to go head-to-head with the blue skin characters of Avatar 3. This means that the Smurfs will have to now wait until February 2025 for their chance to shine again.
I'm just going to wait until Sonic and Knuckles comes out so I could just put the movies together and watch them that way.
So, can I ask, did you guys know there was a Smurfs musical thing happening?
No.
I hate the Smurfs.
Yeah, who wanted that? Who wanted
no one
that?
There is a Smurfs fan base. It exists. Like I remember when I was a kid, my
stepmom's really into the Smurfs.
Yeah, collected the miniatures. You can get those miniature Smurfs, and it's just a thing that is real. I have not seen any of the newer CGI movies. I don't know how
newer
much.
Being the last release was 2017.
That's newer than the 80s cartoon show.
That's true.
And so I don't know how much those have caught on, but I do know there is a Smurf fan base. It exists. I don't think it will generate box office numbers.
That's crazy. Maybe it's some weird world the Smurfs musical and the Joker musical will come out at the same time, and we could just do a double shot.
It's the same.
How would that be? It's the same musical. Actually, it's
Yeah.
one. It's like Grindhouse. It's one continuous like.
Well, no. What it
experience.
is the Joker musical is happening, and occasionally the camera will zoom in on the ground, and then it's the Smurfs musical.
It's actually told from opposite points of the story. Instead of Gilgamesh, it's actually the Joker who's the villain.
The Silver Bullet is singing for us in the chat room.
I just
Okay.
want to know, like, okay, yes, Paramount made the right call in deciding which one had a better chance of going up against Avatar, Sonic 3 versus the Smurfs. But it's still going up against Avatar.
Yeah,
I
why
would-
are either of these
think
movies
it.
coming out then?
It's also not the release window that either the previous two Sonic movies had.
Yeah.
So it's weird to transition it out of that. I think Sonic had been
Mostly like early spring.
Yeah, it was February.
February,
I think.
March.
Or
Yeah.
at least the first one was February or early March. I forget when 2 came out, but even though that was the most recent one.
Yeah.
But,
So isn't
that's-
Jim Carrey retired now?
Yes.
So he's not in the new Sonic, right?
Well, I mean, the new one? No.
The third one, the one that's
We-
coming
You
we
out.
saw it? Did he die at the end?
we don't.
I mean,
That means nothing.
Eggman is always the bad guy with Sonic. Yeah, no matter who else they actually put in the game.
yeah,
like
I mean,
Chaos
it's a
or-
video
or-
game
or
movie.
Shadow
No
the
one
Hedgehog.
dies.
It's always going to be Eggman. As terms of is Jim Carrey coming back, we don't know yet. They haven't released. All they've released is the movie's coming. Here's the date. That's all we know.
And Jim Carrey is like kind of the best thing about those two movies. Kind of. Like, I think the second one wasn't good. Like, I didn't like the second one. The first one I did like, though. I thought the first Sonic was a fun time.
Yeah, the first one was fun. It wasn't, a masterpiece, obviously, but
Yeah.
it was definitely fun. I was entertained. I haven't seen the second one.
Well, you see, I have standards. And
You have something.
Yeah.
Since when?
Hey,
okay. All right.
hey, Zach. How was Lightyear?
Yeah.
It was bland as shit.
Yeah, you have standards.
You have standards that you realize it was bland of shit after
HDR
2
was pretty
attempts,
good.
and then still went back for a third time to finish it.
Well, I mean,
You have nothing to say.
Don't you want to see how he got his wings? Look, he has his wings.
No one wants to see how he has
No.
his wings.
There.
Oh, nothing.
All right, I know we're blazing through it, but let's talk about TV.
Oh man, it's already back to me. That was
Look,
quick.
it's a light week.
It's
It
a
is a
light
very
week,
light week.
baby. You know what? Pulling
yeah.
stories. It was a light week for pulling stories, and since I can't talk to you guys about Prey or Sandman, I'm so annoyed. But let's go.
Dang.
All right, from Entertainment Weekly, AMC Networks has confirmed that there will be a reboot of the 1980s drama Max Headroom, which featured the, quote, world's first artificial intelligence TV personality. It is being developed by Halt to Catch Fire co-creator Christopher Cantwell. Excellent show, and he's also written an excellent Iron Man book, so I'm on board.
I really need to watch this show.
Actor Matt Furrer, who played Max Headroom across the series and ads throughout the 80s, is set to reprise his role. Also coming on board, Elijah Wood and Daniel Noah's Spectre Vision for production. Cantwell is returning to the world of computer innovation in the 1980s, as we discussed in Halt and Catch Fire, another AMC series that is excellent about the personal computer revolution in the 80s and going into early 90s. Yeah, if you are unfamiliar with Max Headroom, it was first introduced in 1985 in the British TV movie Max Headroom, 20 Minutes into the Future. It is about an AI personality with journalist Edison Carter fleeing enemies in a parking garage via motorcycle, crashing through the structure, is a warning that reads Max Headroom, 2.3 meters. And he gets knocked unconscious as a result, and an AI program based on his mind is created called Max Headroom. He becomes a TV host who challenges the status quo and globalization through commentary and sarcasm. So yeah, I never watched much Max Headroom, so I'm kind of interested in this as a jumping on point. And again, Christopher Cantwell, the two main things of his that I have consumed have been his run on Iron Man from Marvel, which is wrapping pretty soon, if not already. And then again, Halt and Catch Fire, which ran for 4 seasons, I believe, is so good. I love that show. So I'm on board for checking this out.
So I've seen a little bit of Max Headroom, and the thing that's interesting is these pictures that I put up are like the iconic things from that show, but the world kind of that I remember anyway, the world kind of outside of what's happening on the TV was kind of cool too, like the sort of cyberpunk look of it. I think it's a kind of a good time to redo this idea because we have so many more devices that Max Headroom could appear on now. Looking at this picture though, do you guys remember G4 TV?
Yes.
Yeah.
He looks kind of like Kevin Pereira in this picture.
Holy shit, he does,
doesn't he? He looks like Kevin Pereira. Like how did he become Max Headroom?
He's come back, and Kevin Pereira is on Attack of the Show again.
Yeah. Oh, it's back.
Yeah, it's been back.
Like, but it's like online or something.
Yeah,
right?
it's online streaming.
Oh, I guess I should look that up because I used to like that
it's
stuff.
on YouTube.
All right.
And this time they're not bound by commercial breaks or censorship. They just do it. It's great.
So with all this like nostalgia bombing of like 80s and early 90s, can we get Tab to come back?
Oh my
I've
god.
never
New
had
Coke.
Oh, the drink tab.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hated New Coke. And I hated Crystal Pepsi.
Bring back New Coke. I've never had it.
Blech. Ooh,
Crystal Pepsi
Like
was
I'm
good.
fully expecting them to like
Crystal
the
Pepsi
food
was
industry to
disgusting.
eventually cash in on like the 90s nostalgia bombs and the 80s nostalgia bombs. Like I need that to happen. Cue up the green ketchup. Let's do this.
No.
Oh god.
No.
I don't
No.
remember any green ketchup.
I
The
remember
purple
green
ketchup,
green
like
ketchup
the
was like a
ketchup.
late 90s, early 2000s. I think late
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah.
It
I don't-
was not good. It did not taste like regular ketchup at all. No.
That sounds
Not-
awful.
Bring that evil into this world again. Tina.
But the ketchup that I like right now is actually brown because it has balsamic vinegar in it and it's delicious.
Ooh.
Here you
Yeah,
go. Here you
yeah,
go,
I mean
Steve.
that sounds fine.
No, I'm not doing that. That looks like jelly. I'm not doing that. Blech.
So I do have another story if you'd like.
Oh yeah, what do you got?
Well, back to film
Okay.
because I guess we forgot this came out. So there's a new film coming out this week called Fall.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about this.
Yeah. So Lionsgate may have done something here. They wanted to pick up the movie for US theatrical release, but Fall has a problem because it has 30 F-bombs in the film.
Yeah.
I just saw
that
this
would
story.
result in
My
an
kind of
R rating.
movie.
Mine too.
So the producers of Fall, which had a production budget of $3 million,
That's insane. Well, that's why the CGI looks like hot garbage.
yeah, they couldn't afford reshoots. So as you do when you're 2,000 feet up, you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
So the solution
if
to
you're
fix
falling.
this, they
Yeah.
turned to artificial intelligence dubbing technology system to what's it called? Deep fake.
Deep fakes, yeah.
Them instead of saying fuck into freak or oh my fucking, not they deep fake the
Fudge.
tech to change to edit out the 30 F-bombs and to get the PG-13
I
rating.
hope it's obviously bad. I hope it's like what the freak. And
I
things like
really
that,
hope-
because-
Oh, like snakes on a plane.
I
Yeah.
really hope that it's like when me and my brother were in LA and we decided to watch Bring It On the TV, and it was like literally like, all right, get out of the car, I'm gonna kick your ass. And I'm like, or butt. It was like, get out of the
Yeah.
car, I'm gonna kick your butt. And I'm like, that's like a guy dubbing over.
Yeah, don't do that. It needs to be obviously a terrible substitution.
I need
and
it to
needs
be
to
that
not sound
bad.
like the actors or actresses do.
I would be okay with that. At least it would be entertaining.
I think
Is-
that would be the best way to do it.
You know what? If that ends up happening, I would go see it just for that. I
This
would.
feels like it should have gone straight to streaming instead of Prey.
You know what they should have done?
Damn it.
They should have got Max Headroom to do it.
Yeah,
Poor
then he
guy.
could have deep faked it. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But yeah, that I don't know. Oh man, it sounds so bad. It's like artificial intelligence. Just hire like an ADR team to go back and do it. It's
well, you know what?
like,
It's so weird. It reminds me of the Anthony Bourdain documentary, The Roadrunner. If you watch that documentary, there's sequences where you hear him reading his own emails, but it's not him. It's that same deepfake technology where they recreate his voice, and I hate it. I hate it.
That makes sense trying to do a specific job, and especially and I know that I saw that documentary too, and they have Bourdain talking throughout the entire documentary, and it's this deep fake voice.
Not all of it. Some of it I noticed was from his
shows.
From the audiobook
in the book. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But
the still, emails specifically were all deep fakes.
It had enough in there that it would be noticeable if it were an actor. So it would be something noticeable that it's not Anthony Bourdain speaking. It's someone filling in for Anthony Bourdain. So I understand that aspect. I don't agree with it necessarily either, but I get where they're coming from. In this case, it's not like the actors in Fall are particularly prominent and recognizable actors. And they could just get one. I think they could probably just get them to do their ADR, or two, they could hire sound-alikes to do the ADR for it.
That's what I would have thought.
Yeah, I don't know. It is super weird.
Yeah. I hope they release.
Have you seen the trailer for this movie? Have you guys seen the trailer? Basically, just a couple of girls climbing up.
I just saw the
like a tower
that was in front of Thor.
No, maybe it was no.
I think it was in front of Thor. Actually,
no,
that's
what I thought it was Jurassic Park or Jurassic World.
Okay, yeah, it might have been. It was one of those.
But yeah, it was that teaser where it's just the camera panning all the way up the tower, and then
you see the girls dangling off of it. That's what we saw.
And that pan up the tower looked like hot garbage.
Oh man!
I thought the CGI was pretty bad, but I did like the. If it looked better, I would have liked the teaser better. If that makes any sense. Like,
well, and this is what sucks. Because that kind of setup I really like. I like a couple of characters in a single location like that, trying to deal with the situation. I actually really like Frozen, and not
Frozen
the animated movie.
Yes, this is like, let's clarify which Frozen we're talking
not the
about.
animated movie, the horror movie with
true OGs, no Frozen.
Yeah, with 3 people hung on a ski lift.
Stuck on a ski lift. Oh my god, I love that movie.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, me too. So this movie gets my attention because it's that same kind of setup where you've just got a couple of people trying to figure out how to survive it. But man, it looks bad. And now I know I'm going to be looking for F-bombs the entire time I'm watching the movie. I'm going to be just like looking for it. Where are the fucks? Do I give a fuck where the fucks are? Yeah, I give a fuck because it might be the fucking best part of the fucking movie. Give a fuck.
It's also weird that they are going for a PG-13 and 7R movie because I don't understand what in the premise would endear it to under 18 audiences. It's like it would be one thing if it was like had some family element or I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's just
it vaguely does, but not like a.
But it feels like it's something that would be in our movie. So it's don't know why they're not going that direction.
Well, and it has a $3 million budget.
Yeah,
so
what do you
if they make 10 million or 12 million or 20 million, it's like a killer profit. This is that old school horror movie formula where you make a quick buck and you get out, and it's good. So I don't know. I'm still gonna freaking see it though because.
Push 100.
Push 100. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Moving on.
Tina?
Well, speaking of old school, a new Star Wars series called Andor is coming to Disney Plus next month, right, guys? Well, it could look a lot different than the streaming service's other live-action Star Wars show. The main difference? They're not using stagecraft, which is the giant, almost 360 wall of LED screens to use as sets. Instead, they're going the old school route and doing all of the scenes by doing practical props and crafting the sets.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks lots better. So yeah,
I can't even begin to tell you guys how excited I am about this because I just got so disconnected from that stupid projection wall that they do. I was giving up. I was done.
I remember
until I heard this.
Yeah, I was watching. It was like right after we watched, I think, the first part of season 4 of Stranger Things, and then in between like part 1 and part 2, Obi-Wan came out. And I was watching Obi-Wan, and I was just thinking, going back and forth, whatever order that was going back and forth, and I just thought, Stranger Things looks so much better.
It does.
Yes.
Than a freaking Star Wars property that Disney is producing and supposedly throwing in all of its resources behind. It's like, no, this is not how it should be.
Yeah.
And the other thing about the Disney property part of it is like all the Star Wars shows look exactly the same. Yeah. Like you could look at certain scenes and not know which show you're watching. You know, It doesn't help that they try to wedge the Mandalorian into almost everything, but
does it take place on a desert planet? You have 17 options on what it could be.
Yeah, they had like 2 desert planets in Obi-Wan. It was stupid.
I didn't even finish Obi-Wan. Do you think I should finish that, by the way? Is it worth?
So I liked the second to last episode. The last episode was okay. I thought the second to last episode was okay. It was decent. I liked. You will not like the last episode for this reason.
Oh God.
The Obi-Wan Vader fight is well choreographed.
I've heard good things about that.
It looks like it would look really good if they could shoot it right. Because
that's even worse.
It's like they merged Star Wars with fucking Cloverfield.
Yeah, it's shaky camera.
Oh, your favorite.
Fight. Yeah, and it's like if they could just steady the camera for this entire fight, it would have been really cool because there are some really neat force power tricks. And like it looks like this is what a Star Wars Jedi Sith fight should look like because they're doing lightsabers, but they're also like force pushing and like throwing boulders at each other. It's like this is how you should use force powers in a fight, but you can't hold your camera straight, and it's driving me nuts.
Plus, I really hate it when they use previous source materials that takes place in the future to justify a decision a character's made when that character made a different decision.
Yeah, like finishing the kill.
Yeah. There's no reason.
Bad guy is on his heel. He can't do anything. Good guy just walks away because, well, we got 6 other films with this character.
Oh, you mean like the entire first season of Loki?
Yeah.
It was very much like there's no reason Obi-Wan should have left Vader alive. If they'd ended the fight where Obi-Wan escaped with his life, like he had to escape or die, then it would have worked better. But no, he let Vader live, and thus let another decade of Imperial oppression by Vader carry on.
Raison Fiction says in the chat the shaky cam is weirdly overused, but worth watching to the end for sure. I
do think it's probably my favorite Star Wars property, like Disney Plus show of Star Wars.
Of the shows. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, of Mandalorian and Boba Fett and this, I think I do like Obi-Wan better than in Mandalorian and Boba.
And it does answer the question of why did Leia choose Obi-Wan as her only hope. So
well, I think the other thing to it too is
true.
Ewan McGregor is just good. Like Ewan McGregor,
that's true. He helps a lot.
He does. He carries, which makes sense. It is his show, but he really carried it. And then the other cast is really good. I think Hayden Christensen coming back. I think I don't know if I want to say marketing oversold how much Hayden Christensen is in it, but he is in it, and I think he does really good. I think the cast does well. I think it's just everything that I have a problem with that show is behind the camera or holding the camera.
What? Just out of curiosity, what is you guys' favorite MCU Disney Plus property?
Hawkeye right now.
Yeah, it would have to be Hawkeye. Okay,
Hawkeye for me too.
Loki.
Yeah, I have a lot of problems with Loki.
Oh, I do too. That's my point. I tried.
But you haven't seen everything else.
I tried Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I was like,
I dipped on Falcon and Winter Soldier halfway through.
Falcon Winter Soldier, I'd choose Loki as my favorite too.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I stopped there
For
because
sure.
I'm like, I'm fucking done.
I would have to say the least favorite is Falcon Winter Soldier, which
It makes me sad though that I think Hawkeye is the best one and it's getting no attention. Like I would be surprised if it got another season.
Well, I think a lot of that is because Disney, there's no time to digest because we've had 2 other Disney Plus Marvel Plus shows because we've had Moon Knight and Miss Marvel. So Hawkeye is so much in the rearview mirror at this time, and at the very least, the others, Falcon Winter Soldier has future talk because we know there's a Captain America movie because they just announced that. We know there's a Loki season 2 because they just announced it at Comic-Con. They did not announce any future Hawkeye products, so there's no reason to really discuss Hawkeye. Unless you are one of the people just reminiscing about, man, that show was like the best that Disney's put out.
Honestly, I want to do another rewatch closer to Christmas time.
Yeah.
I mean, it came out.
Rewatch that last episode at least because it's the one that's on the ice at Rockefeller Center.
Yeah.
And,
I don't know. That whole series, that whole season feels like, well, like a Planes, Trains, and Automobiles or something. It has that sort of vibe to it, the whole thing. I like it for that.
Yeah, I think it works and I think the dynamic between
Kate
both
Bishop
Hawkeyes
and Hawkeye
are really
is fantastic.
good.
And then the dynamic between Kate Bishop and Yelena Belova is fantastic.
Yeah, I think it that is pretty much Yelena was a Florence Pugh's character was probably like the shining beacon of Black Widow, but I think she really came more into her own as a character in Hawkeye.
Yeah. Plus,
so have you guys
had a golden retriever? So I'm
that too.
Speaking of Florence Pugh, have you guys seen the trailer for the movie she's doing with Chris Pratt? Not Chris Pratt. Captain Kirk. Chris Pine. Yeah. Don't worry, darling, or whatever.
That's Henry Styles.
No. I think
Chris Pine's in it, but it's not her husband.
But it is Henry Styles. Yes, I saw the trailer.
Yes, I want to see that
a couple months ago. It does look really good.
Every time I see that trailer now, I was thinking about it the other day because I like Florence Pugh a lot, but I'm looking at the trailer and I'm thinking, oh, I'm sorry, Jennifer Lawrence, that Florence Pugh is out now taking all your roles because it just felt like
roles. What has she been in?
I know it feels like that's a role for her though. Doesn't it feel like Jennifer Lawrence should be in that movie?
Out of those 2 actresses, I like Florence Pugh better.
I like them both. I'm fine with them both, but it's just so funny. I feel like they could be in mostly the same movies. Like if you've got a role and you need one of the 2 of them and you can't get that person, get the other one. Because I feel like they really somehow seem very similar to me. And I was thinking that when I saw that trailer the other day. Also, I was thinking, yeah, I've seen the Stepford Wives. But I think it looks good. I'm curious about it. All right. Let's see. Let me get my script back up here. I can't see what I'm doing.
How's that different from normal?
It's not. That's the fun. I didn't say it was different. This is an average Wednesday.
That was spicy.
It's an average.
It was. Tina's been very spicy tonight. I like it.
It's the hard.
All right.
Yeah.
So, new Blu-rays this week. Heat is out in a 4K and also in a Steelbook.
I've heard it's.
Okay. Hot take on Heat. It's not good. I'm sorry. It's not good. It's about an hour too long.
Yeah, I fully agree with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was about to say you could just cut it off at the end of that large shootout and have like a 5-minute ending, and you could just wrap it all up. But no, the movie goes on for another fucking hour.
It's all hyped up, and it's not good. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is out in a 4K. I think there's also there's a pretty cool steelbook that looks like a Sega Genesis case, which is it's got a clear slip with a border that used to be around the cases.
Really? That's
cool. That's really good. Yeah.
Event Horizon is out in a 4K steelbook if you want to waste your time watching something that's mediocre. Harry Potter 20th Anniversary Reunion is out in a Blu-ray. Crimes of the Future is out, but I refuse to buy it because it's a bullshit release. It's the same company that Spencer and all those. Decal, yeah. And I bet you in a week, 2 weeks from now, we're going to hear, oh, this has artifacts. This has problems. Because everything they put out
you don't even have to wait.
Oh, it's already
Go to Blu-ray.com. What's that?
Oh,
where is it?
Decal is the worst.
Decal legitimately is probably the worst in terms of video quality. I mean, right here in this review, they say delineation is satisfactory. Compression issues are present with banding periodically.
Why?
Detected. Like, that's unacceptable.
This is why.
It's 2022. This is unacceptable for a Blu-ray.
Well, this is a David Cronenberg movie, so I'm just hoping that 6 months from now we'll have a Criterion. That's what I hope. I mean, they got a lot of his other stuff. So, also coming out is Back to the Beach, and then the most unnecessary 4K that there's ever been that Steven will spend his money on when it's $10 is Doom on 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I was going to say, I'm
Semper
sure
Fi,
there are other
motherfucker.
ones.
No, you gotta say it like The Rock. You're gonna be like, Semper Fi, motherfucker.
And then break through some glass.
It's so dumb.
It's so dumb, and I laugh every time I see it.
It's so.
It's the
great.
best. I love it.
It's great at 2 a.m.
With some cocktails.
No, sobering up from cocktails.
Okay, fine. That's that too. All right. Do we have a comic book recommendation there?
Yeah, so if you liked Prey, Marvel has released issue 1 of its new Predator book, Predator #1. So feel free to hop on the Predator bandwagon with a brand new issue. Outside of that, we have Amazing Spider-Man #7, where Spider-Man seems to be teaming up with Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. Avengers 59, where we go back to the Wild Wild West with our Avengers. We have issue 2 of the big event series from Marvel, AXE, so Avengers, X-Men, Eternals, Judgment Day, from Kieran Gillen. From DC, we've got Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue 14. And I'm sure Tina will like this one, Jurassic League #4.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs.
Is it dinosaurs playing sports?
No, it's dinosaurs playing superheroes. It's the Justice League.
I sneeze.
Rona.
Rona.
All right. So I guess we'll bring this baby to an end. I want to say a quick thank you to Raised on Fiction, to Norin Rad, Middle of Media, Silver Bullet, all you guys for hanging with us in the chat. This show is also and normally over on the CultureSmash TV YouTube channel and now on Twitch also. So if you guys had a good time, come over there and join us. And if you want to play Fantasy Film Ball, let me know, because we're going to have a new game in a few weeks. Nico, where do we find you on the internet outside of the show, sir?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Letterboxd, which is severely out of date, under Nico Scream. That's NIKOSCREAM, Nico Scream. And also occasionally posting photos of our dog, Shadow, at the.shadow.pupper on Instagram.
Tina?
You can find me on most major social media under Cheddar Pupper. That is CHEDRPOPPR. And also find the.shadow.pupper on TikTok.
Zeki boy?
You can find me on Instagram. I'm Master of the Matrix 91. Got TikTok. You can also find me on Letterboxd. I am Master Z91, and you can find me on Steam as well as Discord as a dangerous mute lunatic.
All right. Follow me at OTS Movies over on TikTok, Off the Shelf Movie Night here, obviously, and also on Instagram. If you want to follow my Pushing 100 project where I see 100 movies, new release movies. I did new release, sir.
Am I going to have to do this shit?
I'm doing new release. I'm not doing no bullshit retrospective movies also. That's all new releases only.
In the theater. That was
release only in a theater.
That was the rule. 100 films in the theater.
No, baby.
All right, Zach,
No.
I got a question for you. So the Belcourt, our local art house theater in Nashville, it's either it's an upcoming Sunday, is doing the entire Lord of the Rings marathon.
Yeah.
Extended edition. Would you count that? You would count that as 3 movies.
That would be 3 films.
But that would not count in my game because I'm in hard mode, baby.
Because when I did my Pushing 100, they showed Fellowship of the Ring, extended edition, and yeah, it counted.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm only doing new releases, and if you want to follow it, obviously, I post on all the platforms, but TikTok I post at every trip to the theater, and I'm reviewing everything on Letterboxd under CultureSmash, so you can see my thoughts on every freaking movie I see. I've seen some really good stuff that were, was out of the box. Stuff I'd normally skip, like, DC Super Pets, and then I had to fucking see Where the Crawdads Sing. And
It's got up. It is apparently really good stuff, like DC Super Pets.
Hey, listen, DC Super Pets pretty damn good now after seeing Where the Crawdads Sing. All right, so we'll bring this thing to an end. I'm starving. I need to get some food. If you catch us in the repost later, don't forget Monday nights is movie theme night. Every Monday night, I do physical media talk about a different movie theme. We just did Road Pictures. I think one of these guys here in the chat actually asked me for water-based horror movies. So I think that's what we're going to do Monday is water horror. And yes, Jaws will be in the list, but there'll be some other stuff.
I was about to say, I can name one movie we went and saw last year that would qualify for that.
I've got a whole pile of them. So join us at 9 p.m. CST for that Monday night. So we'll see everybody next week.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.